Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about Nintendo. Not the hardware, not the software. We all know what I'm about to say. Come on, the price. The price difference between the regions. Now, if you're like me, I live in America, of course, US, the great USA, and probably thought, oh, it's probably because of tariffs, because of our great president. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, well, he's up to tariffs. They're trying to just combat it, all that. But no, there's something else going on. And maybe tariffs is part of it. Probably not. I really don't know because of a few things. First of all, we all know like the console itself is like 450. Then with the bundle, it's like 500. Okay, that's in the US. Well, if you haven't heard, Japan, there's it's like $100 cheaper. It's like 300 something. Well, even our neighbors up north, their the price for theirs is pretty much the same, and I'll show you all the prices. Now if you want to support me, like this video, subscribe and share it, and follow me on Twitch. So I'm always playing all kinds of games, and I love playing games with viewers, and I love to react to stuff that y'all suggest. Now let's get back into the video. So this is the price for the US, of course. We already know this. I don't know why I'm recapping all this, but this is the price, in case you didn't know. Console, 450, the bundle, 500. But the thing is, so Canada, if you invert the currency and stuff, so you see it's about the same price. About what, $5 give or take? It's basically the same. The bundle too, basically the same in Canada. And I couldn't look at uh Mexico or anything like that. I heard like the prices are her ranging like around the same, more. And we can look at, the Japan. So these are both the prices if you convert to currency. Well, this is the bundle, 340, 341. So it's about like $100 cheaper, 100 something dollars cheaper. That's a big deal. Then this is the bundle, way way cheaper. Not even close to 400 in USD. 370. So like my whole thing is about this, like, so it's just not the US, okay? And if it is because of tariffs, I guess everybody else is getting caught in the crossfire. You know, I think, this is my opinion. I don't know. I think them having to ship overseas is kind of impacting stuff. Okay, and the games are kind of different too, because people have been talking about the games. So didn't know, it's like $80, I think. Hold on, let me check real quick. So yeah, Mario Kart is $80. But the crazy thing about this, right? The crazy thing, in Japan, it's about $60. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's just not the console. It's everything. So I don't know what Nintendo is doing, But I want to also talk about like, is it worth it? Okay, is it worth buying this console? I'm gonna say it really depends. Okay, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, it's worth it, or no, it's not worth it. No, it really depends. Like, if you like handheld consoles and you like Nintendo, yeah, it might be worth it. I don't know how parents are gonna accept this, like how they're gonna go about this. If they're like the price, like parents in the US and stuff, because look, the Switch was like 300 something. Now it's like 500, $450. Like that's a lot of money. But I had some concerns about the hardware. Okay. I said I wasn't gonna talk about the hardware, but we're gonna look at the hardware because the Joy Cons and stuff, and you know, people been saying they feel nice and stuff. And what I've seen, I haven't got it hands on myself, but like when they snap in and stuff, it looks kind of like very sturdy. But if you notice in the Switch, it has that little tab, and I was kind of worried about that. But okay, I want to look at somebody who actually got their hands on with it. We're going to be looking at Mr. Who's the Boss video. He's a very popular tech YouTuber and stuff. So let's actually check that out and see what he has to say.
Tell by how much of the cheapness and the jankiness from the original Switch they've managed to iron out here. Like the new Joy-Con 2s. I think it's fair to say that we've all been a little worried that because they're now magnetic, that there'd be some sort of obvious rattle. But honestly, they feel very much like just part of the console. And that's down to two things. It's A, that you've got two large magnets on each side of the body, which snap directly into the SL and SR buttons, because those are now made of metal. But then really the MVP is, this is such a weird thing to say, but this cutout, because this interlocks exactly with the protrusion on the controllers. And I guess the fit is precise enough that it feels like the only way that you could take them out again would be to hit the release button here and then pull directly out to the side. I was also originally nervous about this connector in the middle, but playing around with the mechanism, it actually feels like it would be very difficult to accidentally snap it. And then you got this new kickstand, which I gotta say, it looks skinny as hell and not very reassuring, but it does hold its position. And there's also these rubber feet under the console, which means the thing's never really a slip risk. So I'd give the Switch 2 9 out of 10 for design.
So that sounds pretty good because I was a little worried about that little tab in there. I mean, probably it's gonna break. Somebody's gonna break it. Something's gonna happen, and it's and the kickstand too looks all skinny and stuff. So I was a little worried about that too, but it looks like it's gonna be fine. But that's probably gonna get broken too. Like people, if you're too rough with it or something, it's gonna break. These stuff break, but at the most part, they look kind of adorable. I'm glad. And we already know about how the Switch can go to 4K when you dock it and stuff and 120 frames per second. Awesome. You know, I'm really liking the Switch, okay? It looks amazing. Now, is it the best handheld? Now, is it the best handheld out there? Mm, it really depends. If you really like Nintendo games, if you love Nintendo, probably. But you got the Steam Deck, you got the Ally and stuff, and all these other where you can play Steam games. It really depends. I personally, for myself, feels like, well, I'm an adult. I feel like I mostly use the Switch as like a party game thing. Like when a lot of people, my friends come over or family, we boot up Mario Party or Mario Kart and play that. It's fun to play like uh Just Dance on the thing. It's a fun party game if you're adult, you know. I do like some of the first party titles, like Zelda. I like some of the Mario games and stuff, but for being a new Switch that we really needed, I like it. I like the look of it. I like the performance of it, like, it's good screen, 120 frames per second, 1080p. Um, when you dock it 4K, 120, man, it's good. I think I'm probably gonna get it at some point because I did get the first Switch, but I know a lot of people probably won't feel this way. But this is just my opinions, my thought, and I wanted to take a look at the price because, yeah, I can't really defend the price of the Switch 2 or the games. I don't know what Nintendo is doing, but if you want, we can talk about this in the comments. Have a intelligent conversation about Nintendo, the Switch 2, the Switch 1, the games, all of it. And if you wouldn't mind, leave me a like or you can leave me a dislike. I really don't care. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Like I always say, have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Peace.